I guess that hand wasn't so killer. It's totally possible to do that mid-fight. I just don't know quite how to do it. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh shit! That was something. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where's he going? Where are you going? Oh my god. What the fuck? Sweet Jesus, that was so worth it. Oh! Okay. I'd really like it if they would actually more actively avoid holes. Like, you know, exactly the opposite of that. Dude, god damn it. What a disaster. Why? But like in a scenario where it's like I used fist. Fist clearly hit the thing. Oh my god, what? Wow. What the fuck? Yo. Oh man, that was fantastic. Did I make him fucking hurt himself?
Ooh. Hi, how's it going? Music. That's definitely not correct. Even after all that, I forgot something. Anyway. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm gonna interact with the first shrine because I forgot to check something. That's just like me. I want to alter my fire setup. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. So this one's got anima charge cumulative damage, but I'm pretty sure I still have my. Do I not? Uh-oh. That's no good. I was almost certain that I still had my Kiryokis that had the anima charge bonus based on the Amrita meter, but I guess not. I'm gonna put that back on. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what's going on with my headspace lately. I'm just stressed out of my goddamn mind, and I don't know why. So, if this gets to a point to where it's aggravating, I'll switch to something. Fucking hate spear having sack of shit. I have vaguely moved in your general direction. Ah, stabbies. So I recently talked to, I mean, honestly, probably the single Nioh 2 player that I have like a fairly large amount of respect for. About input drops, and he said, like, even though I gotta admit, like, when I watch his gameplay, it doesn't look like it's happening much, if at all. He confirms that input drops are a goddamned always issue. So I suppose I need to find out how to get on his level and just accept that that's a problem. That's not what I meant to do. I felt a crunch in my D-pad, so I was pushing it a little bit to see if I could feel it again. Nope. Whatever. I gotta say, the fact that he blocked that and it didn't do anything to him. What? So does that last track just have like a chunky silent zone at the end? You know what? I'm kind of tempted to do like a water poison. Poison? I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, I like the idea of the double damage over time, but at the same time... sometimes it's just not that much. I'm dying. Okay, bye. Rude ass. You know, I found myself briefly in a stream earlier where somebody asked if they were going to stream any more of, I don't know, some game. I don't remember which one. And their response was, I'll be honest, that game really doesn't make great content. And I'm just like, bro, I'm so glad I never became that much of a fucking dipshit. Like, sweet Jesus. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I had ever gotten to the point where I was streaming based solely on what would or wouldn't make views, for one thing, I don't make views. Because I just don't have patience for a lot of things that would drive big audiences. But even if that wasn't the case, like, man... like, my relationship with games is already something else, you know? If I'd gotten myself to the point to where I was also just limited in what I could and couldn't play because that does or doesn't make the views, I would have lost my goddamn mind. Honestly, I don't think karaoke would have saved me right there anyway. You know what might not be a bad idea, looking into a soul core that protects me from grabs? That, like, I mean, I don't necessarily need karaoke on this, but, like, One-Eyed Oni, for instance. If I'm just trying to, like, phase a grab, One-Eyed Oni would be a fairly long transform. I don't think that you can get grabbed out of One-Eyed Oni. I don't know how I ended up mid-stance, but whatever. I pretty much never go mid-stance with fists. Unless I'm trying to do battering ram, in which case I will sometimes go mid-stance with fists. But, like, I'll go mid-stance for repeats, so, like, if I'm doing my kicks, and then I'll, key flux so that I can maintain key forever. It really depends on what I'm doing, but I'm running Shinsu Eco, so even that's kind of outdated. Bruh. Can you poison her? I thought not, but I just wanted to give it a shot. Wow, her fire resistance is insane, so you can't really, like... I mean, you can theoretically burn her, but she doesn't have enough HP for that to be something that would happen. God damn it. Well, I guess we killed an enemy up top. That sounded like the flying bolt died. I don't know how I ended up going the direction I did, but whatever, I guess. Oh, what am I doing? Going the wrong way, that's what I'm doing. I won't lie, I do like moments like that where it's like, you're already dead, you just don't know it yet. Like that. That's a really good example. Though he did get a chance to, like, genuinely menace me, so I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the wisest thing to do. What? Why the fuck would that have such a huge vertical hitbox? The hell? He swings his weapon vaguely in the middle of himself, in front of him. I'm dropping on him from above, and I get, what the... Why would that hit me? Fucking video games, bro. My thing is, though, if I was gonna go water poison, I'm not really sure how I would do that. What I mean is that, like, I'm pretty sure that my top guardian spirit for water, I'm pretty sure is also a brute. Well, we're getting a fair amount of Nordics right now. Blech. I remember on Killing Floor 2 I did something like that once with a Scrake where I hit it with a damage over time and then I just stood there and relaxed while it got angry and then ran at me and then it swung the chainsaw at me and died mid-swing before it hit me and it was like the most delicious. Oh. Okay. You know, it's entirely possible, given how effective that spit is, right? It's entirely possible that I could roll fire poison with a fire weapon out while also doing poison. So like the big thing would be imbue poison yokai abilities. I'll toy with that idea, actually. It is kind of funny to see somebody, like, annotate buttons at me in this game, because, like, I don't use those inputs. Like, I'll be honest, I completely forgot that what the default inputs on this game were until, like, somebody, like yesterday, I was having a conversation with somebody over, like quirky weapon behavior in this game. And, I told him that there was something that I never did bother to do because it seemed, like, overly complicated and unnecessary because the game's just not hard enough to warrant knowing that. And I was talking about dodge cancels, which apparently... Yeah, it's not doing it. Yeah, I don't know. So I remember having tried that before. He said it was to sheath your weapon mid-dodge, and it's not doing that. Well, it sort of did just now, didn't it? It's not doing it nearly as early as I'm inputting. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know if Dweller killed it or if Poison killed it. Let's do Water Poison. I haven't, like, really fucked around with water all that much. I know there's some people out there that swear by water as a thing. So I feel like I remember in the first game there was a combination of things that you could do where you would where if you inflicted water on an enemy at all, that enemy's defense would drop dramatically. Okay, so I need a water-based Guardian that ain't a brute. So I'm thinking probably this anima bonus cumulative damage. So that really does suck because I thought I still had a Kidioki that had the good shit on it, and I don't. Deeply unfortunate, because that would be at best a duplication. Man, why would I get rid of those? That's so dumb. I'm so dumb. Good stuff. This ain't good, but for now I'll put it on there. And we'll... Oh, wait. No, that's the wrong one. Fuck. We'll choose that one for now. Fucking hell, dude. Damn. What's the other one? Scorch, Saturated. Melee versus Saturated. Okay, so this one is a brute. Fuck me, dude. Ugh. Neither one of these have, like, saturate, like, increase the rate at which you saturate an enemy. There we go. But he's a brute. Ugh. Fucking shit, dude. Hopefully this will stop eventually. Jesus. Ugh. I'm dying. Ah, fuck. I think those are my options, right? Burn accumulation. I don't understand. Fuck me, dude. Why am I not using this? One second, I'll be back.
Yo, get smushed. Yo, what? That was worth it. Oh my god. That was so glorious.
How about this? Take this.
Oh, Jesus. What? Oh my god. That fucking slammed him right in the face. Can't say I've ever seen that happen before. Press F to piss. Yo, best video game ever, 10 out of 10. Damn, man. Okay. There's a bunny. Man. Horrible. That's what I was thinking. I think this is supposed to be creepy. Yes. I love it. I'm getting some, like, Evil Dead vibes here, because I think that this is supposed to be creepy, but instead I think it's hilarious. Yo, what's up, Bunnyman? No, don't flip away. Come back. I need your acrobatics in my life. Right? Like I said, I'm pretty sure. What? Yo, suddenly we fall out. No, but really, what? Oh my god. Dude, okay. I love this, but for none of the reasons that they designed it. Good fucking job, Mike. Fuck. Here I am mocking one for it, and then the other one did it. I am a fucking asshole. What the shit happened? Yo, thanks targeting. Oh, dude. You can't plan for that. Can I pick that back up? Boom. I harmed me and I don't think it mattered. I guess we're not meant to meet the big meanie until after it. Are you serious?
Okay, I'm dying slightly less now. I am, however, not certain about this. I need to get I need to get some Kiryokis back that have the anima or Amrita bonus anima game. What? Also, apparently, seems like I could use a maelstrom. I'm so, like, ill set up for this. Anima charge bonus Amrita gauge. That's what I'm talking about. This might be the one time that Yasha makes sense. Right, I haven't looked at my fucking stats in a million years. Anyway, yeah, we'll try this. What am I doing next? Choose mission, Tengu's Disciple, Darkness Brewing. Switchglaive. I fucking love it. Let's go. So we're gonna have water poison. Oh, whoops. Right, we're good. I don't think I've literally ever equipped this Switchglaive. Oh yeah, I don't have anything to work with. God damn it. Bullshit, dude. Fuck off, dude. no idea what New Peppo's feelings are on the water. Wow, I am not entirely sure what fucked him up so bad. But that New Peppo just got fucking deleted. I'm pretty sure I know what's going on with that, is that there's some construction nearby. Basically, I think multiple roofs on the adjacent buildings. Bro, yeah, like, my anima is kind of going crazy right now. This setup feels very, very, very anima heavy. Okay, that was a bit of a disaster. Ugh, I'm so sorry. It feels like this happens every stream lately. What? That was very, very, very odd, but whatever. Oh, we're done with those, okay. Didn't look like she gave a shit about water. I think that's the main issue that I had with water as a potential setup in general, is it seemed like there was an awful lot of enemies that did not care about water. You know, I don't know if the Yasha transformation keeps me from getting grabbed. That actually is going to be an interesting thing to learn. We'll say maybe at the moment. I don't know. Wow. I think it'd be hilarious if it turned out Nupepo was like deeply, deeply weak to water. Bruh. It kind of feels like he might be. Bruh. Fuck out of here, dude. Well, no, I don't know, man. He didn't seem to give a shit about water. It'd be interesting if he had, like, insane resistance to the proc, but, like, some other type of weakness to it. That would be an interesting detail. I doubt it, though, if I'm honest. Yeah, I guess that claw is pretty fucking long. Fuck off, dude. Being about as annoying as possible. I haven't touched poison even once this whole time. Mostly because I'm trying to figure out if water is at all actually useful. And it seems so far, I don't know. It kind of looks like it lowers ki pretty decently when the proc happens. But it also looks like I said earlier, it kind of looks like a lot of enemies don't give a shit about water. Bitch. I wonder if anima bonus elemental attack and anima bonus water attack conflict. Fucking horseshit, dude. Okay. Like, I realize the gimmick there is, oh, this Gaki, as soon as it notices you, it lunges at you at 90 miles an hour. But, like, that sumbitch was not even, was, like, literally faced to the opposite direction, and he just, like, flash attacked in my direction. Like, can we maybe remove a little bit of this obvious bullshit? That should have emptied your key, but whatever, you know. It's fine. Why not? Okay, that's not what I pushed, but we'll just pretend it was, I guess. I will say, Yasha doesn't seem good at doing key damage. And I'm not fully convinced that this is doing me much good in terms of actual damage done. Eternal Rivals? Yeah. Well, we're gonna be here for a while, I think. It's not my fault Fatal Thrust is too good. I just use the attacks. It was someone else's job to make it more balanced where Fatal Thrust wasn't so good. Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like the construction's getting back underway. Construction may not even be the right word for it, but I mean, they are working on roofs. They're not building new roofs. As far as I know, anyway. That even hit him! Dude, this game is such bullshit. I'm pretty sure you can't poison this guy. Yeah, no poison allowed. You know what? I really should start like keeping a list of like different enemies and what their like immunities and whatnot are. I want to say that like just about all humans are vulnerable to everything. This water stuff also just kind of goes against my normal nature, because I don't really like going for just raw damage numbers. Like, oh look, and something like this would be like, oh, I managed to, like, combine the right things together to hit a thing for 180,000 damage. Sounds kind of boring. I won't lie that felt kind of nice. It feels good when a plan comes together, but like at the same time, I don't know. Okay, I've left something out there. It took me entirely too long to You're kidding. Okay, so there's this one up here I gotta fucking come back to, but where's this one? Oh my goodness, there's this down here. Wow, I've just been, like, not paying any attention at all, seems like. I thought about just dropping down right there, and then I thought, fall damage in this game is... like, it, like, increases by scale, so, like, exponentially more for every unit of falling distance that you go through. I don't know if it's multiplicative, but it certainly goes up a lot after a certain point. God damn it. Of course he leapt to the side. Because man... I really should change that to something a little bit more relaxing. Anyway, so here's my first dose of the new formulation of amlodipine. Good stuff. It's tiny. It went down easy. I like that. Let's see the double on the spear manage to fail me again. Oh hey, it worked that time. Genuinely wish I had any idea why it sometimes just doesn't work. So I tell you what, like, one of the things that I absolutely hate about gaming in scenarios like this, like, we're dealing with a ninja here, a samurai ninja of superhuman and yokai abilities. Can't make it over this. Oh man, that's made out of solid tree. I can't believe it, it's almost as high as my shoulders. It's impossible to pass. Like, I don't know. It's just whack design. I've always, like, not liked it where it's like for instance, why can't Altair swim? Why are there so many, like, supposedly badass characters in gaming that are just, oh man, I can't swim. If I touch water at all, I just die instantly. It's even more hilarious when it's like, you're walking along the beach, right? And you sort of, like, just a little bit too much get into the water, and even though there's no reason that the sand would just fall off a cliff, you just instantly die, where in all likelihood, at worst, the water would have been up to your hips. I guess those supposed video game heroes are just water soluble. Who would have thought? You know, part of me is like, that would have been a good time to find out if Yasha's grab immune, but it's not, though. That wouldn't have worked at all. Because if I had cast Yasha, in all likelihood the enemy would have died before I was able to learn anything. Yeah, what's up, Crimmy? How's it going? God, I wish. Bruh. Last few days have just been, like, not great for my mental state. I almost named the stream that, a not great mental state. But it felt a little too cute. I mean, it is what it is. We all gotta deal with the bullshit sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And, like, this is one of those things where it's like, I'm not, like, going through anything extra right now. It's just one of those things. Like, sometimes your brain just doesn't play nice. So, like, everything is fine. So don't worry. Everything is fine. Viv and I are good. Our money is good. Our home situation is good. I'm just going through one of those phases where my brain's just like, nah, everything sucks. Like, I can't even point to any reason. It's just there. It's just a random dread. I mean, like, the last few days have been, like, just kind of shit, but, like, nothing that should trigger this. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, what's going on, bro? Bruh, it's about fucking time it let me actually hit that. Anyways, I've been trying out new setups. Right now I'm running water poison. Icky work, yeah. I don't know, did I ever ask you what you actually do for work? You know, these guys might be water immune, but Yasha hits hard. Yeah. And we've probably discussed that I used to work at... I can even tell you the facility. I used to work at DFW 7. It was one of their full... I don't know why they don't just call fuckers warehouses. It was a warehouse, but they want to call it a fulfillment center. It's a fucking warehouse. Amazon always trying to come up with cute-ass names for stuff. Like, Arkiva floor maintenance wasn't called that. They were called Amnesty. Oh. So fancy. What the fuck? But yeah, I fully understand feeling like that work is icky. God damn it. Oh, so do you work at a Whole Foods or Amazon Fresh? See, I was, and we've probably discussed all of this before, but whatever. There's no rule against bringing it back up. I was, Problem Solve and an ambassador. Well, they call it an ambassador, but Problem Solve is at least what it sounds like it is, but a quote-unquote ambassador just means I was training other people to do jobs. Whole Foods is close enough, fair enough. We had an Amazon Fresh, like, sort of, kind of, in this general area that went under. And literally the only time that anyone actually spent money there was when it went under and everything was on clearance. I thought that was pretty funny. Viv used to do, well, she initially did count like I did, but she ended up doing, pick, which is where, like, once an order is placed, you, acquire the item and then send it. Well, you acquire the item and you send it to the actual department that does the sending to the customer. But again, thankfully, our facility had Kiva robots, which were these, like, relatively square little, like automated cars that basically they traversed the warehouse knowing where they were based on QR codes, and they all did, like, a choreographed dance around each other because the computer was mostly keeping track of where they all were. But every so often there'd be crashes, and I thought that shit was pretty funny. Whoops. Point. Yup. I've had Folgers. Folgers coffee is about as mid as coffee can be. My preferred brand, and I don't know if this, like, specifies where exactly I live, but my preferred brand is called Yuban, Y-U-B-A-N. And the reason I say I don't know how specific that is to where I live is because, like, genuinely I never saw that brand until we started shopping for coffee here. But that doesn't mean shit, right? That just means the places that I've been didn't stock it. So let's see, can I hit this guy with some water? No. Can he be Persian? Sort of. What the fuck, man? What do you think? I take. Yankee Bike. Yeah, that is certainly a weird argument. Like, you'd have to know an awful lot more about what's in Monster Energy to even begin to have that conversation, but, like, I mean, coffee, beans, and water. That ingredient list is pretty fucking simple. I guess the only problem that you could really have there would be just the caffeine content versus... I mean, like, I'm drinking a Monster right now. I'm not trying to paint them out to be the devil or anything, but, like, for one thing, multiple things that are in these are not even actually proven to have any effect on your energy levels. So a lot of this is almost certainly psychosomatic, right? But, like, taurine, not proven to have anything to do with your energy levels. Sodium citrate is not particularly good for you. Panax ginseng flavor, which is not specific enough, because, like, what are the ingredients to your artificial flavor? Potassium sorbate, which is a preservative. As far as I know, there's not enough, like, medical evidence on whether or not that has any negative effects on a person, which suggests that if it does, that you probably have to consume an awful lot of it in order for it to actually be problematic. And then, oh look, the next ingredient's caffeine. Weird how that works out. And that's fair. Bruh, I used to drink sugary black tea like all day, every day. And when I say all day, every day, I mean all day, every day. I was about it all the fucking time. I'm not about this water stuff. Anyways, so we're doing Hot-Blooded Howl. Not a big fan of this map, but whatever. 146. Oh, I mean, it's definitely, like, I can make no claims to the way I drank tea. It's just Southern-style sweet tea. Wait, is this the shit where you're... Nah, I liked it to be, like, deeply, deeply sweet. Which is part of the reason I don't drink it anymore, is because I can't. Bruh. 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 The fuck out of here with that shit. You gotta remember, I'm autistic. I'm a lot more literal than that. Boink. Oh, I think I remember what mission this is now. What? I don't see how that went backwards, but I'll take it, I guess. Point. That man died from poison and not from the grapple that he was currently getting bodied with. Ah! Well, your parents had odd taste in names then. I think we'll name our child Crimmy Backwards Adventure. The nurse is like, the fuck does that mean? You know what that reminds me of is Eddie Izzard talking about Engelbert Humperdinck, and he's like, that is not his real name. His parents weren't Mr. and Mrs. Humperdinck. They weren't sitting around at the hospital saying, what should we name our child so that he does not get the shit kicked out of him in school? We shall call him Engelbert. Right, that'll work. Oh, hi. Point. But his name is my name too. Stop it. Oh, Poppy, you're... Wait. Wait. No. No, I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't. I won't do that. I refuse to do that. Wow, as soon as I got here, that Gaki was about, like, chasing me down with a slap. I'll refuse your fun. Yeah, we got it. We in there. I still clearly do not remember what I'm doing on this map. This anima setup ain't great, if I'm honest. Bruh. The water anima setup was really, really good, but at the same time, I ain't fucking hell. I am the hurty dirt. Wait, what? Wait, did I whistle or did a song whistle? Or is that the whistle? That's Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. Hmm. Definitely holding guard, but whatever. I am sorry to hear that. Especially if it's like any of the newer stuff. Christ. Well, at least you get to hear Chester Bennington, but unfortunately you have to listen to Mike Shinoda's stupid bitch ass. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't need to do that. Excuse me, sir. I suppose there's a few of those old tracks where Mike isn't involved, but for the most part. Oh. Point. I mean, I used to like their music a lot, but at like some revelations and some specific events that took place after Chester Bennington took his own life led me to believe that there was a very, very high likelihood that Mike Shinoda played a pretty big part in pushing him off of that ledge in a metaphorical sense. And it's funny because some of those details led very logically to their selection of Emily as their new lead singer. So basically, if Mike Shinoda is involved, I don't want to have shit to do with it. I'm not saying he definitely did the things I think he did. I'm saying I don't trust him in the fucking slightest. Alright, split staff. I mean, like, am I actually enjoying these different setups, man? Because Sure, fire is neat and all, but... I think part of the problem is I don't really have a solid setup for some of them. Like, my poison setup is fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. This is fine, but, like, the other stuff... Eh. Yeah. Chester was good. Real good. One of the greats, you could say. I should do something about my inventory. Though there is at least one detail involved with all of that that I definitely can't blame Mike for, and that was the fact that Chris Cornell having taken his own life, I believe it was Chris Cornell, was like one of his best friends, and he had said before that he didn't know what, like, how he was going to continue without his best friend in the world, you know what I mean? And I can see that. Oh shit, I've never done this one? What? Oh. I am gonna see these dudes here, man. Anyway. Sit down. Point. These days, though, I would suggest looking into, like, Bloodywood, XG, Amaranth, Electric Callboy. Though, not their older stuff. There's a reason, like, their older stuff, they had somebody in the band that was a bad person, and like, basically their early history sucks a lot, and band that still remains is fully aware that their early history really sucks. Anyways, but yeah, Machine Supremacy, Masu is some good shit. Point. You're alive still? What? Get out of here. Delicious. I'm not even sure if that's particularly useful. Sit down. I'm probably ruining the suspension in my chair doing this. Bonk. Oh, I remember where that key is. What about it? Here lately, and I know that this is probably not what you're actually referencing, but I'm going to go down the route of actual cheese. Here lately, people will not stop trying to tell me how fucking amazing Munster cheese is. And like, I got no opinion, because I don't care. Maybe it's fantastic. I don't know. That shit is way too good, man. This right here, when you don't extend it, it's so good for controlling ki and infliction. Delicious. I mean, it might be good for infliction either way, but still, delicious. Love it. Wee! 106, oh no! I'm basically dying. Oh wow, that dude just got like hella bullied. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this is the key. Yes, sir. I know stuff. But that's too high in saturated fat. Oh, there's fucking hell, damn it, shit, this ass. Right, I still need to go through the process of increasing the volume on this shit. I could have sworn there was a reason to get on top of this, but I guess not. Oh. Okay, so on this version of the map, you genuinely have to proceed through the top. Okay. Too quiet. I already made a note, though, that I need to increase the volume on those. This track gives me some Silent Hill vibes. I mean, feel free. Typically, you don't even have to ask if you can ask me a question. You can just ask the question. One thing, I thought it was 2027, but... You know... I used to be of the opinion that people that demand physical copies are holding the industry back. Because that's such a huge cost of, like, you know, not only making physical copies of a thing and having to ship them everywhere, but also the cost of store space. But I know more about how industries are trying to fuck people over now, so there is an element to it outside of that. Plus, like, the fact is that they're doing their best to make sure that people don't own the things that they own. You know what I'm saying? There's an element of fuckery involved that is external, that fact. I think it would be good if the law protected consumers at all. But, like, there's also the fact that there's people that want to be involved in gaming that don't have regular access to online. I remember when Xbox One was first entering its like marketing phases, and they were talking about like how it's going to be an online always console, and people were pointing out, they're like, you know, the military just doesn't have that kind of access to the internet. And one of their marketing guys was like, yeah, we have a platform for people like that. It's called the Xbox 360. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, enough backlash happened there to make them turn around. But, like, you've also got, like, the obvious fact that they're using Grand Theft Auto 6 as a test run for this. Because it's not going to have physical copies. And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to see if people will just get over it and buy the game that they want. TLDR, I hate it. Even though I typically buy digital. And, like, I have reasons why I typically buy digital. The fact is, I don't when I want to play a game, when I want to play Nioh 2, it's on Steam. I don't have to look for a disc. I don't have to be careful not to destroy that disc. I don't have to load it into a thing. I just click the thing and it plays. Hooray! When we were doing all of our travels all over the country, bro, like, okay, so we had most of the games that we cared about in a digital form. And we took all the discs that we did care about and we compressed them down to, like, a little flip book of discs, right? Most of which we find that we don't care about now. And I gotta say, the fact that all of the PlayStation 2 games that I play are on a hard drive that just load straight off of the PlayStation 2, the 3 PlayStation 3 games that I ever played were just on the PlayStation 3, they were downloaded. Fuck Nintendo, but the Switch was pretty useful in that regard too. Everything that I played was just on the console, so all I had to do was find the means to plug some shit in, and I could play things. If we'd had to, like, genuinely, like, cart around a shitload of, like, physical discs that whole time, that would have been the goddamn worst. So, like, I've got my reasons why I buy digital. But I don't think it's right for other people not to have the option. Oh no, yeah, for sure. And I mean, realistically, I know what, like, combination of factors they're really trying to go for. They're trying to get rid of the Stop Killing Games initiative for multiple reasons, and I can dive into that. But the part of it that's relevant to this is that they're trying to get rid of that so that they can freely shut down whatever services they want without having to put even $1 into making sure that people that gave them money still have the things that they paid for. There's also, like, pretty much every industry that makes electronics or mechanical things are trying to make sure that we don't have the right to repair laws. So we're not allowed to open our own shit under any circumstance. And really what they're trying to do is they're trying to engineer a way where it's impossible for you to ever back up any game that you've paid for, to ever understand the infrastructure of their consoles, to ever be able to repair your shit, to ever be able to, like, no backups, no nothing, no nothing. This is a magical black box, and you're a criminal if you touch it in any way that we tell you that you can't. That's what they're looking for. Because right now, like, if I was to take, I don't know where my discs are, but okay, you know that I have a physical copy of God Hand. If I was to take my copy of God Hand, put it into a disk drive, and make an ISO of that, then that's a proper backup of my disk. And it's legal for me to do that. But if there's no right to repair law in place, then if I get the next, like, the PlayStation 6, right, that doesn't have a disk drive, and I reverse engineer it and get into the infrastructure of the console so that I can copy my game off of that to back it up, it's inherently illegal for me to have done the steps I would have needed to go through to back up the thing that I purchased. Oh, it's far worse than that. But, like, the biggest reason that companies want to kill the Stop Killing Games initiative, it's not because like, literally every reason that they've made up is complete bullshit. Here's the real reason. Companies do not want to have to compete with their own products. It's like, think about it. If every game that you're aware of now just stopped existing, then any game that they make in the future can suck as much as they want, because who cares? It's not like there's something else for you to go back to. But if EA releases a new Need for Speed game, and it sucks shit compared to Need for Speed Underground 2, it'd be very much better for their sales figures if you didn't realize that it was a lot worse than the one that they made 20 years ago. And that's the general consensus that's what's going on there. But plus, like, the idea of, like, wanting to protect digital or physical media, I get to an extent. But this is a valid thing that I've seen. Like, a lot of people that have this discourse online, a lot of them are being very emotional and not really pointing out, like, the real world issues with either side. One problem with the idea of preserving the concept of physical media is that there are numerous instances of physical media releases where the game is not actually on the disc. I think it was one of the Tony Hawk games where literally you pop in the disc, and the disc is only like a couple hundred megabytes, and all it does, all the information on the disc does, is it drives the installation process where it downloads the shit from an online source. So that online source no longer exists. So what you have now is an installation that points to files that no longer exist. So the physical media is equally worthless. And there's so many instances of physical media is like the most basic form, the most basic version of that game. And that part of it is basically unplayable without the day one patch that fixed all of the hundreds of thousands of bugs. See what I'm saying? Like, how many games do you know of ship basically unplayable? Or deeply incomplete? And of course, these big companies just want to be able to keep on pumping out broken, incomplete, horrible bullshit. Why wouldn't they want that? But there's a lot of aspects to it. I think the idea of protecting physical media, I think that ship has sailed. I think that the shit is already just literally beyond any realm of being able to be recovered. And it's funny because a lot of people blame Valve for starting the lack of physical media thing, but like, I genuinely don't understand that view because like releasing completely unplayable shit is more of a console thing. Right, but what I'm saying is that there's plenty of examples of games that have physical releases that are equally unpreservable because the thing that's on the disc is almost useless. Like in that Tony Hawk example, where it's just like literally the thing that's on the disc is not even the game. Right, and I agree with that. I think the ability to preserve things that are created is the real issue. I don't think it's everything going digital. I think everything going digital is a natural state of affairs. I think that that's the logical next step. And that the two major things that we need to improve on is improving people's access to the tools necessary to engage with that world, and two, to improve the laws in terms of consumer protections, where if I buy a thing, that I own that thing. Because, like, in the world of PlayStation 2 at this point, if you have a PlayStation 2 disc, like I said, like, you could just take Ultra ISO, put it in a USB DVD drive, and you can just make an ISO of that shit. Boom, done. Your shit is backed up. And if you're running a PlayStation 2 with a hard drive, literally the absolute limitation of my ownership of God Hand is no longer the disc. It's how long will I have access to two critical components. The first critical component is a working PlayStation 2. The second critical component is working controllers that work with a PlayStation 2. And there's some expansions on that. But there's another issue at play that people haven't talked about when it comes to physical media either. It's really annoying to me that people talk about physical discs as though a physical disc is inherently eternal. Which is weird, because it's like, look, I've got like 20,000 plus hours in God Hand 2. There's no way a God Hand disc would have survived that much use. Ever. Like, it wouldn't matter if it was if that disc lived in the PlayStation 2 24 hours a day, disc rot, laser rot, simple degradation of plastic. Like, the shit ain't gonna survive that long. Plus, with a physical disc, somebody could steal that shit, you could lose that shit, scratches happen. Like, discs degrade over time either through misuse, poor care, or just because that's the fucking way entropy works. It's just, it's some of this, like, I get it, but some of it is like, y'all need to grow the fuck up and realize that that's just not how reality plays. Right, now, just the act of playing a VHS tape degrades the tape over time. And that's like why when it came to the point of digitization of like family videos and DVDs and whatnot, where you could just take it to a place and, well, I mean, I could do it myself because I've got a good capture card. But like, once upon a time, you would take it to a place that would do the digitization for you. And they would just like provide you, I think originally, funny enough, a DVD that just had all of the, like, video format files on it. But these days, I think that they would give you a thumb drive with the video formats on it. You digitize all that old shit because it lasts longer. He's backing off until his homie gets here. What a D-hole. Oops. End of the day, the reality is that, yeah, there are some definite complaints to be had with Sony and the physical media thing. But that's not even the worst problem that's going on. Sony also is talking about how AI is the future of their endeavors in gaming, and that whole thing can fuck right off. There's also the thing that people were complaining about the shutdown of the PS3 and the Vita stores. Now, see, here's the thing. I don't have a Vita. I've never engaged with the Vita stores. I don't know if this is true about the Vita store. So I'm going to focus on the PlayStation 3 for a moment. I have 3 things that I purchased digitally on the PS3 via the PlayStation Network store. Those games do not require that you log in. They don't require any kind of DRM. The game is on my console. I select the game, it plays the game. Period. And so if you've bought things, yeah, I mean, there's no way that the PlayStation 3 and Vita stores, there's two sides of this, but there's no way that the PS3 and Vita store make enough money to maintain themselves. It costs money to do the necessary maintenance to keep those things up over time. It no longer makes enough money to support itself. Those things need to go away. Having said that, we can shit all over Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo for the exact same fucking reason. In that, why have they got split infrastructure stores anyway? Why? So, here's how Sony's PlayStation Store should work. All of it is one massive storefront, and each item on that has flags telling it whether or not this game applies to the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, 5, PSP, or Vita. Oh my god! And then it's all just one big item. You know how Steam works. The most successful variant of this. That's how Steam works. So why the hell does Nintendo have a different store for the DS? For the 3DS? For the Wii? For the Switch? Why? Why? Why does PlayStation have a different store for the PS3, for the PSP, for the Vita, for PS4 and PS5? Why are there 4? It could be 1. And, the whole thing is just so stupid. I agree that there is a point that somebody made. Well, see, the backwards compatibility stuff, yeah, there's flags for which ones do and don't apply, but it's not one large cohesive store as far as I know. It's broken off into different infrastructures as well, which is just baffling. It's nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. But like I said, people made an actual good point when they pointed out that Sony decided that they were going to shut down 2 of their major storefronts at the same time as announcing that they were going to go full digital. That literally was the same announcement. So I say, we're going full digital. Also, here's a reminder why that's scary. And, that's actually a really good point. But when it comes to the PlayStation 3 stuff, what I say is, dude, just download the stuff that you've purchased for your PS3. Just get it downloaded, get it local, and when the store goes away, you still have all your shit. If you bought so much shit for your PlayStation 3 that it doesn't all fit, for one thing, here's the number 1. You bought too much shit. For number 2, there's no way you still care about all of those games. You're just complaining. Like, I have a fucking massive PlayStation 2 collection. I'm gonna tell you right now, I would willingly flush about 97% of it down the toilet. So I just don't care. Uh, 455. I don't got no wood to knock on, but it feels like Nioh 2 has been considerably better about not dropping inputs today. Here's to hoping it fucking stays that way. What else do I have going on? So, yeah, folding at home is going just fine. What am I hearing? Fucking construction shit. But yeah, I mean, like, Sony is not the only one that's talking about going full digital. I mean, like, ironically, you brought up Microsoft, and they're doing the same shit. And, like, but see, here's the thing, like, there are reasons not to engage with Sony in general, and there's reasons not to engage with Microsoft in general, and part of that is, well, Microsoft is totally down with providing their shit-ass AI services for military use to continue to help with the genocide in Gaza. So, literally, fuck giving Microsoft any money ever. They're also big fans of, like, just massive surveillance of everybody. And that can also fuck off into the deepest, darkest hole, you know? Yeah, and it's funny because, like, people are talking about Nintendo like they're the great saviors. Nintendo will save us from the evil digital-only monsters. No? That's definitely not how it's gonna go. What? But, like, you know, you got enough people that are saying, like, well, obviously what you should be doing right now is not buying anything from major developers and just supporting indie stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's been true for a while. But then again, like, here lately, you've got a lot of, like, discourse online arguing about what should or shouldn't be considered indie. And, like, man, that is such a fucking useless conversation to have. Like, honestly, in my opinion these days, if a company is deving and publishing their own shit, that's pretty independent. That's what independent literally means. That's what the fucking word means. There's some people out there that are like, it's only indie if there's only one dev. The fuck? Yeah. I mean, we've had some grossly, disgustingly, exploitative rich fucks try to sell the idea that we should just get used to the idea that eventually we're not going to legally own anything. Which I guarantee you, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen if that ever comes to fruition. The people in general are going to decide neither do they. Like, I don't own anything, neither do you, motherfucker. That's how it's gonna get. Anyways. I think the game industry is just basically trying to light itself on fire. Yeah, there's a lot of indie devs that have said that kind of thing. It's just like the most interesting thing ever is to hold a physical copy of the game that you spent so much time on. No, sir. Bruh? Some fucking rando has flowing shadow for what, dude? That's like when basic ass enemies in God Hand have vert swipe with whips. Like, what the fuck? Why, dude? Why? Hello? Believe it or not, like, I mean, there's enough, like, moving parts to this subject I kind of want to write a big-ass article about. I probably won't, but I kind of want to. Oh, whoops. How the hell? Woo! So many mans! I am trying so hard to target the right thing so I can do a grapple. Let me grapple! Ugh. Huge group of enemies, dude. Ugh. I'm probably dead. Yeah. Well, there goes one life. What the fuck? Alright, man, have a good one. Wait, where did it go? White? Okay. Alright, man, take care of yourself. Yo, speaking of, I think the last time that I saw the battery on my phone, it was, yeah. It's in the range that I typically plug it in at. Damn. There are times where I feel like it's clear that I'm getting better at this. course, I don't have like any like greater motivation to get better at this so much as it's just a game that I play that I guess I'd like to not suck at. Heh. Alright, I was doing Asura's Wrath runs. What happened to that? I guess part of what happened to that is my mental state being shit. And then he gets up with the gerb. Don't gerb me. Ah, come on. Whatever. That's quite enough of whatever I was up to. I wanted to kill him with the parry. Just wasn't meant to be. Good. You tried. Come on, dude. Woo! We're back to the fact that I've got more enemies than I can manage the targeting for. Oh, okay. See, on that one, I'm not sure if I was late or if it dropped the input. I'm gonna assume there's a possibility right there that I was late. That popped off in a lot more ways than I expected. Okay, you can't pause this, but I gotta say, you know what? There is one spot where I'm almost certain it's completely safe. And honestly, this is probably very, very paranoid, but I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back.
So when I closed it, it saved the settings from that version. Hey, could you do an attack? Yo, the map is gone. That was... Oh man, that was so good. Okay, you know what? Let's have some fun, Claw Man. Hello? Did I break him? I did. He is broken. Oh my god. Oh wow, he will. I fixed him. You've been fixed. Now let's fight. Why is he trying so hard to go back? What a jackass. Let's see, without the rocket handle, I don't think there's anything else. Wow, you're trolling, bruh. Oh right, there's bananas right here. Oh god. Ugh. Wasn't. Oh yes. yes. All right. Good stuff. Oh, fuck, that was great. Did anyone else see that? Good.
What? Hold the phone. I have to look at that again, because it definitely looked like whatever he jump kicked off of wasn't there anymore. Hey, excuse me, sir. Okay. Okay. Dude. Oh, man. What the fuck? I was gonna say nothing to menace me, but it's not like anything in this stage was particularly dangerous to me anyway. Where are you going? No, really, what in the hell were you doing? Bruh. What a start. What a fucking start, dude. We just got here.
Anyway. Oh, and yeah. Or rather, it lowers how much stamina you use by running. Well, there he went.
That's not what I input. Yeah, I deserved that. But you deserved this. Ah! Sup? Ha! 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 He tried. Did you see that? Did you see that? It got he like just barely missed it. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Who? Why did you roll back again?
Yo. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, whatever. When I tried to walk away and pause this song, it wouldn't pause. So I like hurried, I was like, just use my mouse, get over there, click. You sack of shit. Now that is some gobbledygook, bruh. What the fuck? There's fucking cannons everywhere! Hmm. Why do people find Adachi interesting again? Boring ass. That was all me. I was just fumbling the controller pretty hard right there. Not gonna lie, a bit distracted by the fact that we were right on the edge. What? Hmm. Completely abusable wiener. I thought I did the Dream's End with a sword. 600. What did I do it with then? Oh, it was with Kusa. Okay. I say, like, I don't know. I don't know what I feel like doing right now. Oh. Hello. How you doing, Kiryoki? We'll use that as a transferable onto another one that is otherwise these. I think, like, really what it all boils down to for me right now is that I'm not feeling it, bro. I want to be feeling it, but I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna go offline, but I'll be honest, I don't even know what I'm gonna do then. But, I might come back later, who knows? We'll see. Y'all have a good one.
Oh, God.
Yo, something like that happened earlier too. What the fuck is going on?
Good. Fun. We just got back.
Yeah, I don't think that this is possible at this point. That was so worth it.